There are over 2,500 car crashes in the UK here every single week. Now for some people it can be an absolute nightmare, but for people like me it's absolutely perfect because I can go and get my dream cars at a fraction of their retail price. Exactly like my McLaren and my Quadrifoglio. There's a company who auction off the majority of these cars called Copart, and if you've had an accident, then chances are you've probably heard of them. Now while we are waiting on parts for the Alfa Romeo and the McLaren, let's go and see if we can find a project car that will keep us busy. We are at Copart Sandy today and we have been given very, very special access to view some cars. Now, I know that we saw a Ferrari California well, it was actually in December. So we went and saw a white one and that had damage sort of all around it. Now this one that we found, look at that. She's had a bit of a whack to the front. It looks like she's hit, I don't know, what would you say, like a lamppost or something like that. Now this is at the moment £16,600. She's done 36,000 miles Cat S. Now I have been doing a little look and on Auto Trader the cheapest one is at 45 grand and that's done 50,000 miles. So I would price this at around 47, 48 grand. Well, for us to sell it, it's obviously not for us to buy it. Now parts wise on it, I have had a look and I can find a bumper for it for 500 quid. I can find a bonnet for it in the colour for 500 quid. The only thing that is going to be a little bit expensive are these headlights. Now to be fair, I mean, the lug for it there ain't broken off it. They are £1,700 each. Let's have a look, see if that bonnet opens on it. Make sure we clear that windscreen, we don't want to be damaging it. Right. So in there, to me, those headlights look all right. So I don't think we're gonna have to be spending out on them, but sort of we're gonna have to allow a minimum, I'd say 5 grand on parts on this, an absolute minimum. The front crash bar, that was 500 quid. Yeah, this front bit here is 500 quid. Now it does run, but it cuts out. So I'm thinking that it might be getting starved of oxygen because look how crumpled up these are. But we will start it and we'll have a look, but underneath here it looks all right. Let's have a look underneath that. Oh, okay. Stuck. No, it doesn't want to budge. Well, that all looks clean enough to be fair. It's got a dipstick on it. God, I don't want to move either. Neither of them want to move today. But you can see how far back that engine is and you've got a battery in the middle protecting it, so. But definitely, that bumper definitely ain't going to go again, is it? Definitely not. And the bumper that I have found, it has got a grille on it as well, so there ain't really a lot to this bumper. Not like on some of the new ones that we're getting in. So that one looks fairly simple. Now let's go and have a look at the interior. I have seen it on the photos and it is nice. HRO, there you go. It's a HRO car. When did it get to Copart? 12th for the 12th, 2024. So not long at all actually. Let's go and have a sit in it. Let's get out of the rain. Right, now it's got this lovely blue interior in it. Now has it got any service packs with it? Let's shut that door. Let's have a look. Come on. What we got? What we got? What we got? Oh, we've got a bit of broken bits. Broken bits, nothing in there. Might be able to ring the dealer around and try and find something for it. We got a phone holder there. Look at that. Fancy, fancy. Anything else? Anything in here? Oh, phone chargers. Phone chargers. Anything else? No. Right, should we see whether it starts? Should we have a look? I don't think it is. Is it gonna? No, we got a dead battery, boys and girls. We got a dead battery. That's fair enough. Absolutely nothing is there. Where's the start button? Start button's there. No, we haven't got anything on it, unfortunately. Well, that's unfortunate. We haven't got the jump pack on it, otherwise I'll try and start it. But it looks like from the photos, it is exactly how it is described. It's a nice bit of isolated damage. I think on the rear, there was a bit of damage on it as well. Let's go and have a look. Looks like it might be reversed into something. Or let's go and have a look. Weather's not getting any better. Right, yeah. So that was what we. Yeah, so that was what we saw. So it's just split that open as well. But that would definitely repair. You wouldn't go and buy a new bumper for that. Definitely not. I'll always might want in need of a bit of a refurb. But I would love to work on one of these. You guys know last time I was raving on about that California. I really, really wanted to work on that. But this looks like be quite a straightforward repair. Maybe even a 24-hour challenge. And now we're moving on to the second car, another Aston Martin DB9. Now I know some of you thinking, no, not another one. But this one is a 2014. It's done 30,000 miles, and again, flood damage. So it does run and drive though. But I like all the different bits of carbon that's got on it. Now look at the inside of that. That's lovely. That's well nice. I prefer those seats. Let's have a sit in it. Ugh. The one that I found on Auto Trader has done 36,000 miles, and that's at 48 grand. That's basically the exact same spec, although it has got 7 owners to it. This one has only got 3. So I would value this at about Cat N, less owners, let's call it 40 grand. Of course, if you do disagree with my pricing, then let me know in the comment section below, but lovely car. And this at the moment is only at 10 grand. Should we put the keys in it? I don't think that it's got any ignition whatsoever. I think the battery, oh, the keys are already in it. Yeah, the battery is dead as a dodo on this thing, which they do sometimes. But do we want to see another flooded one? Do we want to see another flooded Aston Martin on the channel? Or do we want to see something like the California? Now, moving on to the next Aston Martin that's in it. We did try and have a go at the Vantage that was in here last month. Now, that had only done the wing and the door. That was very, very light damage on that one. It had done about 28,000 miles. Now, this one has done triple that mileage. This one has done over 100,000 miles. But I love the little red accents that's around it. Now, this is a runner and a driver. And come and take a look at the damage with it. So it's about to hit up the back. So first of all, we're definitely going to want new tailgate, new bumper. I think it has just pushed the top of that back panel in, which you'd expect. Let's have a look inside it, please. Start. We want a car today that starts. Let's have a look. And now, I thought when I first saw this red in it, it's got a dent there. I first thought when I saw this red that somebody else had done this, but this has actually come from the factory like that. They come here on the, oh, it's only just got in it. 17th of Feb 2025. Very, very soon then. Where's the keys on these? Key? Where'd you put the key in? They got keyless, are they? Oh, they must be. Yeah. Oh, the key goes in there. Yeah. Let me start. Nothing. She's completely dead as well. That's a shame. Then we've got the last one, but definitely not the least one. Look at this. This is probably the nicest Aston Martin that's in there at the minute. Now, we did see the flooded F1 that came through around November time. You guys would have seen that in my last video. Now, this one, look at that. It's got a retail value of 200 grand on it, but it has got a buy it now of 86. So that is good value for money on it. I think that's PPF. Has that got to be PPF? Yeah, it has. That can't be the lacquer, can it? Yeah, so it's got PPF on it as well. And look at that rear quarter. I definitely 100% think that Dad would be able to make that go again. 100%, but to be fair, it's a lot like there was on the McLaren. The McLaren was all bonded on and screwed on. They weren't even welded on. Don't know if it'd be the same on this. Really don't know. It's had the bottom half of it PPF'd. But it has been on some sort of rally. Look, we've got Supercar Rally 2024. We've got Romans International on them. To be fair, that's probably whereabouts the cars come from. But we have got the wrap on the roof and on the door, so we're not going to be able to open it up, unfortunately. But it's got the keys with it. The seats in it are so nice. They're so nice on the Copart list, and I'll show you guys now. But out of all of them, we've got 4 Aston Martins here. We've got 2 flooded ones. We've obviously done a flooded one. We've got this one, which the only thing that sort of puts me off on this is the mileage. It's a little bit high, but it's all be reflected in the price. And that one there, well, that is just a complete and utter beast. At 86 grand with a retail value of 200 grand, then that is definitely good value for money. Now, on Copart's U-Pilot, I have managed to find parts for this DB9 because they've got the DB9 break-in. So anything that we do need on that, then I'm sure we'll be able to go and get at U-Pilot. I'll leave a link for that in the description box below. Because the one in U-Pilot's on a 2009, this is 2014, but a lot is all the same. So all the panels and everything like that will be the same. And I'm sure we're going to need some modules for it or something like that being flood damage. It has got on it that the seats are not working now. These seats, I noticed from the other one, the seats have got brushes on them. And then when they've obviously been in the flood, they can clog. And when they clog, they can then obviously stop working. So last time we cleaned out the brushes and then we give them a tap and they work absolutely perfect. So I think that's probably what's happened on here. But the DB9 that's in that U-Pilot, that'll definitely have some on it. So we can just take them from there. But I really do like this California. That's nice, that is. Just in time for the summer. And I think I prefer it in this grey than what we saw on the white one, to be fair. Let's go back to the workshop and decide. We're back from Copart. Right, let's go through what the numbers are on these cars, because remember, we've still got a workshop to pay for. There still needs to be a bit of profit in it. So we've got Ferrari. We're gonna put FC. We'll be all cool and like slang. FC means Ferrari California. That one now. You guys had seen recently. Let's quickly check Auto Trader. You guys had seen on the other video that we'd done that we'd found one at 45,000 miles, and that was a category S. Now this one was also a Cat S, so you've got to factor that in, but it was lower mileage, only about 30,000 miles, and the one on screen that you can see has done 50,000 miles. I didn't quite like the seats in that one. That was the only bit that it was a bit basic, but all in to sell it, I'm going to say 41. I'm going to say 41, and bearing in mind that is really a better car than the one that's at 45, because it's at low mileage and it is nicer. But £41,000 we want to sell it at. I think we want to put down £5,000 worth of parts. I mean, the headlights, well, you guys seen, I think they will be all right, to be fair, but you've got to just allow for the little miscellaneous bits because they do all add up. So let's work backwards. So we want to say we're going to be at now 41,000. So it's going to be 5,000 in parts. 5,000 in parts, 41 to sell. How much of a margin do we want in it? Now, if we're going to be spending, well, these sort of figures, it's obviously quite a bit of investment. You're going to want a decent return. So let's say we want a £5,000 return. 36,000, we want it all singing, all dancing, all done on the road, MOT, tax, the lot. We don't want to be going any more than 30, well, 30 grand plus your fees. So really, we want to be putting it on the bid for 29-ish. So 29 on the bid, and we should be able to clear a bit of profit in it if it's all right. Some people might say, no, you need a bigger margin for parts, and you probably are right. And some people might even say you want a bigger profit margin than that. And again, you probably are right, but we're going to say £29,000 is the most you want to be paying for that. Any more than that, and you're going to struggle to make any money. Now, with all these cars being crashed, you guys must be wondering, well, if I was going to look at a car, or even the car that I'm driving around, if that had been in an accident, well, how would I know? Well, that's where it couldn't be any easier with CarVertical. You can put in your VIN number or your reg. I'll use one I've got in front of me, LL19MWU. Put my discount code in FS20, and it will pull up a full history report on the vehicle. Now, here's an example of an Aston Martin DB7 that's been in an accident. Now, we've got odometer looks good, which means the mileage hasn't been rolled back. We've got financial and legal status. That is very important. It means the car hasn't got any outstanding finance. But if we scroll down, we can see the damage needs attention, and it has a high amount of owners. Now, you guys might have seen it when I first pulled up the report that there was a photo in the top left. Now, this is one of the main reasons why I love CarVertical, because it will show you photos if your car has been in a car crash auction website. So look at that, it's been a bit of a whack. You definitely want to know if that was your car that you was looking at buying. Now let's scroll down and see what category they've given it. If we go to damage, category S, which it does look structural, don't it? So that's definitely right. And of course, you are going to want to know if your car's a category N or a category S, because it does affect the value. And in this instance, with a DB7, this can end up costing you thousands. Now, another brilliant thing is that you can go right through the ownership stages of this car. So we've got the first owner in 1998, second owner, third owner, fourth. We're going to keep going on and on. I won't list all 15s, but it comes up with all the owners, it comes up with a timeline as well, and it comes up with the exact month and the year that the ownership was changed. So to make sure that you're staying safe when you're buying your next car, or if you even want to check the car that you've got now, then make sure you click my link in the description box below. It will take you straight to CarVertical. Go and use my discount code FS20, and a massive thank you to CarVertical for sponsoring today's video. Right, let's move on to the next one. We'll do them in the order that we've seen in the Aston Martin DB9. Now, we do like a flooded DB9, or a flooded Aston Martin for that sake, because obviously we've already had the 2 DB9s already this year. Could we go for a hat trick? Could we go for a third? Well, this one was a 2014. I love that white. It looks so good, especially with those carbon accents. Now, this one, I've got a DB9. This one was low mileage again. It done around about the 30,000 mark. And that had got 3 previous owners, 3 pre-owner. Now, I found again another one on Auto Trader. If you all look on your screens, that's 48 grand. 48 grand, this is HPI clear, but it's got 7 owners, so it's quite a few owners for it to have in its lifetime. 7 owners at 48,000, basically the same sort of mileage, 38,000. Cut in. Now, it does sound the Copart listing, it runs and drives. I think you could have a saving of 8 grand. I think 40 grand. We want to be selling that at £40,000, 8,000. Below 8,000 for parts, but it could be £800. So we'll say £8 worse, but like I said, could be £800. Might get it back and there might be nothing wrong with it. So £8 in parts. We'll say 7 grand prof. We want £8 in parts. £40,000 to sell. So let's work backwards. 40. We've got 32. So you want to be all done at 25,000. All done £25,000. So you want to be bidding to like 22,500 without fees. Sorry, without fees. So 25, 22.5 plus the fees. Then we got 29 plus the fees we want for that one. Right, now moving on. The next Aston Martin was obviously the Vantage N430. Now there was a nice Vantage that went through Copart not too long ago. I did have a bid on that, but someone outbid me. That was nice. Now it's got 100,000 miles on. Someone has definitely dailied it. It's got 100,000 miles on. Now the cheapest I can find on Auto Trade is at 39 grand, but the mileage on that is at 78,000. So it's not, to be fair, that's not low. That ain't low mileage. So let's say that one's got a Cat S mark on it. So let's put V12 It's got a Cat S mark on it. It did want a bit of work to that back panel. So it wants a back panel, say rear bumper iron, tailgate. I think at 39,000 to go and buy a straight one with that sort of mileage, I think we're going to have to be all in done at this as a Cat S. I'm going to say 28. I'm going to say 28,000 to sell it. 28,000 to sell it. We want a £5 profit in that. Again, we've got to allow 3.5 grand in parts, say. So let's work backwards. 3,500 parts. You want £5 profit. So let's say you want to be bidding no more than sort of 18 grand with the all in. No, yeah, 18 grand plus fees. If that's all right. Again, if you guys disagree, let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. If you guys think I'm wrong, or you think there should be more margin, or you shouldn't be paying that much, you shouldn't be paying that little, then let me know. Let me know. Right, now moving on to the big boy Aston Martin. This is an Aston Martin Vantage V12. V12. Now, the buy now is about 86 grand for it, if I remember correctly. Now, the cheapest one I can find on Auto Trade at the minute, as you can see on your screens, is £185,000. Now, you're already, well, at the buy it now, you're already nearly 100 grand in front of the cheapest one. It is category S. So I would say, if you've got to try and find somebody with this sort of money that doesn't mind buying a categorised car, I would say you've got a, I think, 120,000 £120,000. Because in all honesty, that damage was absolutely nothing to it. Like, how that was written off, I'll never know. I don't know. Well, I'd love to see what they put down for the repair cost, but £120,000 to sell it. That sort of money, you're going to want a 20 grand margin. So let's just say you want to be all said and done at 100. So with your fees, say you have got to put a rear quarter on it. To be fair, 86 grand ain't. It's not absolutely ridiculous as a buy it now. So let's just say you want to be bidding on winning it at 75,000 plus the fees. It's a really, really sought after car as well. Really rare. Right, now, having taken all of those into consideration, what do you guys think is the best one that you'd want to watch? Do you want to watch one that's been hitting the front with a Ferrari? Do you want to watch another flooded one? Do you want to watch one with a bit of rear damage? Or do you want to watch the one with a little bit of rear quarter damage? A bit like the McLaren, really. I need you guys to tell me, because you guys, ultimately, it's not just my YouTube channel, it's all of our YouTube channels, because without you guys watching it, then there wouldn't be. So tell me what you think. Give me your thoughts, give me your opinions. And with that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. And guess what? We have won one that we've gone to view, but I'm not going to tell you which one. You're going to have to all wait until the next video. See you all in the next one.